is Philemon from Feather Boys, Tanzania, and my friend is.
My name is Raymond Shafiq from Feather Boys, Tanzania.
Today our topic is going to be flexible plastic solar cells. In most of the countries, they have been affected with fossil fuels as being one of the most environmentally degrading materials, and also improper disposal of plastic materials, which can also be used to create renewable resources of energy. My friend is going to talk about the introduction.
What is a solar cell? A solar cell is an electrical device that converts the energy of light directly into electricity by the photovoltaic effect, which is a physical and chemical phenomenon. It is a form of photoelectric cell defined as a device whose electric characteristics such as current, voltage, or resistance vary when exposed to light. Individual solar cell devices can be converted to form modules, otherwise known as solar panels. In basic terms, a single junction silicon solar cell. The materials used in creating this flexible solar panel.
The materials which are used in creating this flexible solar panel, we are going to create a PET flexible solar panel. And as you can see, we are going to use PET. PET is a plastic material that is common in boardrooms. And also, as you can see in this illustration, we are going to cover the top with PET and the bottom with PET. In between, we are going to put a material that enhances the absorption of solar energy from the sun. As you can see, we're going to put here some solar cells, tiny solar cells that can be easily flexible when you are used. My friend here is going to explain about the ways it's going to convert energy.
As you have seen from this illustration, we have the solar cells at the middle, which forms the three layers. The three energy conversion layers between the anti-reflection layer at the top junction layer, the absorber layer, which constitutes the core of the device, and the back junction layer. Two additional electric contacts layers are needed to carry the electric current. As you can see from the illustration, the EVA improves the absorption of solar energy from the sun, and these cells, which have electrons that are in random motion, absorb the energy and create current. Since most of the energy in sunlight and artificial light is in the visible range of electromagnetic radiation, solar absorber should be efficient in absorbing radiation at those wavelengths. Materials that strongly absorb visible radiation belong to a class of substances known as semiconductors. These semiconductors in thickness of about 1/100th of a centimeter or less can absorb all incident visible light. Since the junction forming contact layers are much thinner, the thickness of a solar cell is essentially that of the absorber. Examples of semiconductor materials employed in solar cells include silicon, gallium arsenide, indium phosphide, and copper indium selenide. When light falls on a solar cell, electrons in the absorber layer are excited from a lower energy ground state in which they are bound to specific atoms in the solid to a high excited state in which they can move through the solid. In this movement, there is formation of current. And in the absence of the junction forming layers, these free electrons are in random motion, and so there can be no oriented direct current. The addition of junction forming layers, however, induces a built-in electric field that produces the photovoltaic effect. In effect, the electric field gives a collective motion to the electrons that pass the electrical contact layers into circuit where they can do useful work. The material used for the two junction forming layers must be dissimilar to the absorber in order to produce the built-in electric field and to carry the electric current. So as we've seen, we're going to be using the plastic water bottles, which have a very long lifespan and a scratch resistance. Thus, they can last longer and can be used effectively. Below are the advantages of flexible solar panel.
As you can see, there are few advantages we have written here. We have noticed that one of the most advantages is going to reduce environmental degradation around the world, and also it's going to be portable due to the reason that it's plastic, it's light, and also flexible because plastic can be also flexible. And we can see that it can last long due to the reason that my friend here explained how it lasts long. And also every advantage must have a disadvantage. As you can see, these solar cells are going to be expensive, and also it cannot be used in areas which are polar, which don't get direct sunlight, so this device will not be used properly. Thank you, and that's our presentation.